Another cleaning lady is mopping. This has given me the biggest lift ever. Obviously cleaning a bathroom isn't that hard and I could have done it myself, but fact is I didn't. So the fact that this lovely cleaning lady has helped is given me a real lift. All the wee and poo-poo is cleaned up. So it'll smell fresh and glisten so shiny. It's mesmerising watching a mop when you're not using it. It really is. When you watch somebody else, I've sat back once and seen someone mop a whole gymnasium. You're sitting there waiting for a basketball game, someone mops and sweeps the whole gymnasium. And for some reason you just sit and watch every movement. It's so, well, I find it mesmerising, and that's why I'm still running film here. When you do it, it sucks. Well, actually, when you do it, it's quite relaxing too, isn't it? But watching someone else do it, it just mesmerises you. You just sweep back and forth, back and forth. You see this lady's very thorough. She has mopped around the toilet several times after rinsing the mop. So she is determined to make sure that all the wee and all the unhygienic stuff is out of the picture. Couldn't be said for a, whatever. It's cleaned beautifully, well done. Mopping is now happening, at least in the places where I spill food and stuff. Just a basic mop to get rid of the crumbs in and around my chair here in the computer and television zone of the manor. And then right where I'm sitting here, which is my little eating nook and where I do my blood testing and stuff with the diabetes. So I'll move this chair that I'm sitting on. So a mopping can happening. I push the chair in. It's wonderful. Smells nice, like pine cones.
Very nice tiles, Richard, to clean. I like
Yeah, you know what's gone wrong, though, is in all houses these days, these are wall tiles, not floor tiles. Mm-hmm. Floor tiles are meant to be rough, so when these ones are wet, they're slippery. And even when they're not wet, they can be slippery. Do you know what I mean? So they've actually, people like the look of the shiny tiles, but they're actually wall tiles. Floors were always rough until all of a sudden the tile people don't care, they'll sell you anything. If you want wall tiles on your floor, they'll sell them to you, and the tiler will put them in like's happened in this home. So this is obviously the style of what this house is, a 13-year-old house. 13 years ago, everybody must have really, really wanted these shiny tiles, or tiles were cheap at the time or something. But if I ever laid tiles down, they would be rough ones so that no slipping over can happen. Now, the rough ones are harder to clean and mop and that apparently, but it's worth it. But yeah, I'm imagining. Well, I've mopped it before too. Yes, they are nice. It does feel nice to mop them, and it does look shiny and all that. But yeah, I don't think that it's practical to have wall tiles on the floor. I think it's dangerous. But I'm not the only person with them. Half of Australia's done it, and half the world, because people put looks and things before practicality because they're too stupid to know what the hell they're doing. And like I said, the tradies, they'll lay anything you want on the floor, and the tile people will sell you whatever tiles you like. They don't care if you slip over as long as they make a couple of quick thousand. They'll give you whatever the hell you want. If you're dumb enough. Now, like I said, I wasn't here for the building of this joint. And really, it's very hard to buy a house now built more recently with these, without the floor tiles being slippery and whatever.
And this was a display home for this area. Actually.
Yeah. Yeah. This house was the one everyone looked through to decide whether they wanted to buy houses on the estate. So this has been done to the highest standard. Like when the building inspector came through here, he was amazed how well this home had been built. But I like I say, most people wouldn't see this as something that's been overlooked, the floor and the safety of the floor. But I would think, and just down at the local Beerwah pool, what was truly wonderful is the builders there tried to railroad and bully, I heard them doing it, the staff of the Beerwah pool into putting slippery tiles into the toilets and bathrooms of the pool instead of the rough ones, because the rough was harder to lay. And they didn't want to do it. And the Beerwah pool people said, and they kept saying to the Beerwah pool people, but you're going to find this harder to scrub and clean. And the Beerwah pool people, to their credit, said, we don't care. We don't want people slipping over. So there you go. Someone had a practical mind down at the Beerwah pool and got things done properly down there. Because the tradies even put a lot of pressure on them, because I heard the conversations between the tradies and the pool staff. What was funny is all the pool staff knew that they wanted rough floor. Even the young ones, they all knew. So